Those are your two D tackles, and then you have Jelly, who you paid like $30 million. You don't need to draft another defensive tackle for a while. Sorry, you need to be drafting defensive ends and linebackers, but they're stupid. So who knows? I just hope Mayock fixes that problem. It's like just being the one to the room like, no, that's an idiotic drafting process. Why are you drafting a guy who can't help you stop the run? Don't say you can't take a corner. Don't say you can't take a safety. Fine, you don't want to take a corner or safety, take linebackers, and you need a running back because they've all been trash as far as I'm concerned. They've all been underperforming. And Marshawn Lynch is gone. He's retired.
All right. Yeah, which shout out to him for trying to smoke a blunt off like the Al Davis torch.
He should go back
legendary.
And do it. Marshawn Lynch is one of my favorite human beings. GOAT. My mom ran track with his mom in high school.
We know you mention it every single week.
I actually don't.
All right, man. Next up, we got a Reuben Foster update. Charges was dropped in the November 24 incident where he allegedly in front of the team hotel called his ex-girlfriend or flew her out there and basically said he wanted to work things out, which she broke down on Good Morning America like last month, saying he wanted to work things out. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to tell the girls you're talking to that we're getting back together. And he broke her phone and slapped her. And so the 49ers parted ways with him. He ended up signing with the Redskins. But now the charges are dropped. So situation just gets more muddled. And hopefully this guy can get some help and stop getting enabled. But to be continued. Next up, on a better note, I want to shout out DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, the good news player of the week, pretty much donated his playoff check to a
young black child who was murdered by a racist white dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's 7 years old.
And he's also
let me get her name real quick.
Yeah, and he's also going to help pay for the defense and make sure that person is brought to justice. So shout out to him, man, because even with all this AB and Odell and all this drama receivers, DeAndre Hopkins just continues to be
Jasmine Barnes. Her name was Jasmine Barnes.
Shout out to Jasmine Barnes' family. But yeah, man, Hopkins continues to not only be one of the best receivers on the field, but off the field as well. So shout out to him. And finally, I'm going to get to the Hall of Fame since we never get to it. And then from there, I will throw you the lob for college football, and we'll get to the rants. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So here are the Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists for the upcoming class. We got Tony Gonzalez, shoe-in. Isaac Bruce, Edgerrin James, Ed Reed, another shoe-in. Steve Atwater, Champ Bailey, probably a shoe-in. Ty Law should already be in. John Lynch, never should get in. Tony Baselli should have already been in. Steve Hutchinson should also already be in. Alan Faneca, on the cusp. Kevin Mawai should also be in. Mawai.
I think Faneca's a Hall of Famer. He was their best lineman for the Steelers for years.
Richard Seymour, he'll probably get in down the line.
But I don't know. Was he really a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, probably not. But I could see him getting in. I would still put him in, but not right away. He still has to wait a few years. Don Coryell, Cardinals and Chargers coach. And finally, the legendary Tom Flores.
Wait for it.
Finally, the first time he's ever been a finalist. Even though he's literally won rings as a player, coach, and broadcaster. Oh, but he's not white like John Madden, so he doesn't get the same amount of respect. I got it. Oh, yeah, and the Raiders ousted him on their last season in Oakland because they're scumbags. Honestly, man, I hope the ghost of Al Davis comes and bends Mark Davis over and spanks him. Just spanks his little Tommy boy ass because he doesn't know what he's doing. All right, man.
What the fuck did you
know
just
what's
say?
even worse? You know what's even worse?
No, that's gross. What?
You know what's really gross though?
What you just said?
Besides that, man.
Fam, that was terrible. Are you okay? You just said
I'm
you
upset.
hope
I'm
a dude's
upset
dead
that-
father comes back to spank his ass.
Yeah, he needs to whoop his ass
Dog,
with the
you could have
switch,
said that so,
AP style.
You could have said that
AP
in such
style.
a more concise way.
Whatever, man. Point is,
That was gross.
on that same note,
and Jackie, I'm sticking to one team. I'm a Rams fan.
I'm
okay?
also upset
It's complicated.
that Greg Papa, the long-term voice of the Raiders,
Shine with the knife.
efficiently sold his soul for clout to be the 49ers broadcaster.
Okay, Ryan.
Now
Perkins,
he's going to be like, touchdown Niners! Scumbags.
I mean,
Double
hey,
the scum, no
he didn't
bag.
fire himself.
That's true.
And
That's
yeah,
true.
Jackie.
And the new broadcaster they got is, the gambling dude?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't even know his name.
I don't care. I don't know enough to
Blumhauser or
care.
some shit?
I don't know enough to care. Oh, you mean wait, for the Raiders?
Yeah.
The nasty ass dude?
Yeah, the one with the Me Too
The
shit.
nasty ass racist dude,
Yeah,
Brett
yeah.
Musburger,
Yeah,
racist ass
there you
nasty
go.
ass
There
Brett
you go.
Musburger.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck him and everyone who loves him. Anyway, but yeah, shout out to Jackie for tell the name of that show, The Masked Singer. I forgot about that, but yeah, he was on there singing Bobby Brown's "My Prerogative," Antonio Brown. Shout out to BS3 Sports and Music X Squad. What's up? We see you. And yeah, Ryan Perkins, it's okay, Pete. You'll go viral for pandering one day too. Damn.
Okay.
Ryan, you might have to call in.
Yeah, she's... Yeah.
You might have to call in because you got a lot of shit you want to get
Yeah,
off
for
your chest.
real. You gotta stop subbing us in the chat.
Like, you're subbing me on Twitter, you're subbing
Yeah,
Pete, like,
yeah.
you're subbing
You
me in like
just
4
call-
different places.
You just calling. All right, man. So, what's your take on the pro football class? Since I already kind of gave my one-liners on them.
A homie of mine actually hit me up about this earlier, and he said, like, there's not enough old guys. Like, Clay Matthews should have got in. He should have been in. There's a lot of older guys who should have been in, but they just, for some stupid reason, they don't. Like, I feel like it should be a 15 people to a class every year. Or 11. Treat it like a starting 11. Every year, you could get guys in. Instead, they're dying, and then their families have to be like, oh, he would have loved to be here. Yeah, he would have, but he's fucking dead. Because
Wow.
politics, and you decided to wait till
Wow.
That's why there's a lot of black athletes in baseball and in football. They wait till after you die to want to give you. I'd be like, dog, that's when I would come back as a ghost and literally just piss on somebody.
All right, we need to stop.
You would think it's
talking
piss,
about
but
ghosts.
really, I would just be throwing. I would be like the movie Ghost, where you're just throwing glasses of water at people, think they're getting peed on, but really, I'm just throwing shit at you. That's what I would be doing. I would just come as a ghost just to scare everybody on stage. Like, that's bullshit. Don't wait till these cats are old and dying to not put them in the Hall of Fame that they deserve to be in. That's why I don't like. It's so stupid. And these writers, some of these writers should. Honestly, they never played sports. They shouldn't be allowed to talk about sports. They never played the position that they're critiquing that someone should be in. I want to know, how do you critique? I feel like this. If you're the best player during the time you played, there's a case for you in the Hall of Fame. Now, I get it. Some guys are going to be Tony Gonzalez has to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. T.O. should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. Isaac Bruce is a Hall of Famer. He should have been in. Missing with that wide receiver logjam bullshit. You know he's a Hall of Famer. He played during the same era as all those guys, but you're not going to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Honestly, he's probably going to get in because
Hines Ward's going to get escorted into the Hall of Fame.
He's the only receiver on the finalists right now.
Yeah, but Isaac, watch. When Hines Ward comes up, they're going to roll out the red carpet for Hines Ward.
He's already been eligible.
Yeah.
He was eligible like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but when it comes up, they're really going to push for him. And I'm like, so he gets in quicker than a guy like Isaac Bruce?
Now,
he was never better than?
Now I'm seeing the logjam at guard
and
between
corner.
Maway and
Mawai was the
Faneca
center/guard.
and Hutchinson.
Hutchinson was a guard. Faneca was a guard.
Like who?
Kevin Mawai was the president of the Players Association. He got blackballed at the end of his career. But we don't talk about that.
I would honestly probably give it to Maway over the other two.
Like I said, Kevin Mawai was
Hutchinson,
the president. He got when he got cut from the Jets. There was like he got on with the Titans, but he was blackballed out of the league for being NFL Players Association president. The same way Eric Winston got blackballed a little bit. Like, we don't talk about that, but cats in the NFL, Players Association presidents, depending on how good they were, they get eased out and politicked out the league. Like Dominic Foxworth was at one point. Went to Maryland, played for the Ravens, a couple other teams. But yeah, that happens. And Kevin Y, he talked about how he was getting blackballed. That's why, like, I have respect for him. I didn't really follow his earlier career when he came out of LSU, but he was a stalwart on those Jets offensive lines. And yeah, all those guys should get in. There should be a huge class of linemen getting in, but I think it's more the modern day players that are getting in. They had a chance to right this wrong and get in guys who have been in earlier and they didn't do it. They really should just have a legends, because I think Clay Matthews was in his last year of eligibility. So now they got to just keep bringing his name up for like the legends category. And, that's wrong. That's wrong that he's not in the Hall of Fame, but you keep saying he was a great player, but he was worthy of Hall of Fame, but you're still not putting him in. That's trash to me.
All right, man. So lastly, but certainly not least, your college football spot.
All right.
Let's try to keep this one under 20 minutes, please.
Nah, this one's going to go quick, but I do have a couple questions for you. Let me pull up the one I had. All right. So, Texas beat Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. So now I got to hear all these whack-ass Texas fans say Texas is back, but like...
that's their biggest win since Vince Young.
You didn't win the Big 12. So if you didn't win your conference championship, how are you back? And back from what? Sucking ass? Which you still can't beat Maryland. Shout out to linebacker Trey Watson, All-American middle linebacker. All-American linebacker Trey Watson, who I actually had an interview with Terry Biggs from Full Press Coverage. Shout out to you, Terry, getting that interview. And shout out to him. Watson, he was like top 5 hottest things, painful things on earth. And the second one, I think, was like motel showers. He had like a list of them. It was hilarious. We went back and forth on Twitter. It was just like, they don't understand that pain, especially if it's like the worse the shower is usually the sketchier the neighbor, the sketchier the hotel is or motel, and the sketchier the surrounding area is, the worse the shower is. But yeah, everybody, Georgia players were all saying after UCF got beat by LSU, and like everybody, I even got ejected in the LSU game. I sucker punched somebody. I sucker punched somebody. I don't know. He was a bitch. He shouldn't have pushed my guy in the back. I didn't play for LSU, but I got ejected from the LSU UFC game, the Fiesta Bowl in Arizona. LSU already was playing without Greedy Williams, who has a daughter and is considered like a top 5 pick at corner out of LSU, so that's why he didn't play. Devin White played. He's the first LSU linebacker to ever win the Buckus Award for best linebacker. He played, and he just loves LSU, and also his family situation is different than Greedy Williams, so that's why he didn't play. Also, Greedy Williams has a brother that plays for Oklahoma State at corner. He got ejected for targeting, which was a stupid... By the way, like, 5 people got ejected from this game for targeting. It was stupid as hell. It was just really bad. Yeah. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so Florida beat the shit out of Michigan. I don't know why Harbaugh hasn't got fired yet, but whatever. The SEC is sitting here saying, they're the dominant conference, but the problem is, Texas was beating Georgia most of that game. So there you go. And they ran the ball down their throats. And apparently play number 8 on Sam Ellinger's wristband for Texas said, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch. Apparently. Like, don't quote me, but that's essentially what it said on his wristband, play number 8. They even like zoomed in and blew it up. I was like, damn. And that's in regards to Zach Smith flaming that reading I did of Zach Smith flaming Tom Herman on Twitter like a month ago. But yeah. So on to another thing. Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator for USC, originally signed on for he signed on to be the offensive coordinator at USC, but he's taking head coaching interviews in the NFL, which is kind of has USC in a frenzy, at least the fan base. They're like,